Welcome to Vsb News Online for March 31st. I'm Charles Webb. A number of Bermuda-based insurance companies will be involved in meeting the costs of the Germanwings crash in the French Alps last week, currently estimated by Allianz Re to amount to $300 million. AIG is believed to carry 11% of the loss, Allianz 10%, and Swiss Re 7%. A number of Lloyd's syndicates are also believed to be involved in among the 30 insurers who hold the insurance. Most of the money will be spent on indemnifying the families of the 144 passengers who were killed, with $6.5 million covering the cost of the aircraft. The rest will go towards claims, costs, the recovery efforts. German prosecutors say the crash appears to have been deliberately caused by the actions of the co-pilot. There were some skeptical reactions when the Coral Beach Club in Paget announced the holding of a job fair to attract Bermudians to fill the 30 jobs that were available at the refurbished private beach and tennis club. But as it turned out, according to General Manager Nick Bowler, it was a genuine attempt to place Bermudians and the staff.
Yeah, Brian, it was a fantastic event. We were very pleased with the turnout. At the end of the day, it was over 350 people who made an effort to visit Coral Beach and apply for positions. We opened our doors a little bit early to, accommodate the early birds, and really started at 3:30 and went on till about 9:30. So, made an effort to meet everybody who could stay in person, and was very pleased with the turnout. It was a fantastic event.
Now what happens?
At this point, we have made contact with some individuals, and will continue to make contact with those that we would wish to speak with further. So over the next 2 weeks, we'll be scheduling our second interviews with candidates that we want to spend a little bit more time with. And at the end of that, hopefully we'll narrow down the selection to the final candidates to fill the open positions that we're seeking. At the end of the day, I think we will come away with the vast majority of the positions that we're looking to fill, and hopefully have them on board by May 1st.
Now, there's always some negativity in Bermuda when things don't go quite right, and I suppose those who don't get a job or don't get called back will grumble, but that's life, isn't it?
Well, I can understand where some of that frustration may arise from. For someone who has been out of work and is looking for work, there's bound to be a certain amount of frustration. But I wish we had more positions to offer. But I think at the end of the day, the individuals who maintain a very positive outlook and a positive personality and positive behavior are the ones that will be successful in the search. So we look forward to making some offers to those individuals. Well, I hope that others, can follow suit. We have a positive outlook on the future. I hope other people can see that as well, and we'll start to invest again in the future, and that'll turn the cycle around.
As Bermuda continues to weather the storm of the economic downturn, the Coalition for the Protection of Children is finding an increase in the need for schools to have breakfast programs for young children. The Director of Child and Adolescent Services, Kelly Hunt, for the Coalition, says although the needs are greater, there are some successes.
We have expanded to 8 schools now. We serve breakfast 5 days a week, every day of the school year. So in terms of the economic downturn, we definitely have seen more participation in the programs, and we're thankful that we've been provided even those resources to meet the need. Yeah.
Now, I noticed that even some of your resources sort of go to helping people with birth control. Is that accurate?
It is, in fact. It does. When I think it's been said that, well, I guess it's the elephant in the room, that children who are born in situations where their parents can't afford basic needs, we are going to support them in the prevention of that happening again. Obviously, we have to take care of the children that are here, and we strive to do that in the best possible way. But certainly, if we can prevent any further strain on the parents, and even the community, ultimately, yes, that is something that we do sometimes. Yeah, we have definitely had some amazing successes. It's for some of them, it's one day at a time. For many of them who do live in poverty, it is cyclical and it's been generational. So that's always a challenge. But small incremental goals and reaching small goals is something that we work towards with each client. So yes, we've seen many successes.
And we'll be back with more news right after this.
In an effort to make Bermuda's roads safer, and in partnership with Bermuda Police Service and the Bermuda Road Safety Council, DeFon's Broadcasting is launching a safe driving campaign. Complete with thumb bands, come into DeFon's Broadcasting and 94 Reed Street and make the commitment to drive safer and slower for yourself. Your voice could be featured on the radio. Get yourself a thumb band as a reminder of your commitment to drive safer and with fewer distractions. While you're at it, why not get one for someone in your life who also needs a reminder that our roads do not discriminate. They can take anyone's life. Let's drive safe, Bermuda, and arrive alive. Peace and love. Safe journeys.
The growing concern in the world about the condition of the Earth's oceans has already focused attention on the gyres of trash and plastics that are spinning in every major body of water. This makes a concept that was launched on March 22nd in Bordeaux on World Water Day of particular significance. Vsb News' Brian Darby explains.
At this time, a large trimaran sailing yacht called Race for Water is heading for Bermuda on an unusual scientific voyage around the world to study the contamination of the Earth's oceans by plastics and other non-degradable materials. The boat, crewed by French sailors and scientists, left Bordeaux on March the 22nd, which was World Water Day, and made a brief visit to Horta in the Azores. She is now expected to reach Bermuda by Wednesday evening, and once here will be hosted by the Fairmont Hamilton Princess at its new marina in Hamilton Harbour. On Thursday, the travellers will visit local schools to get the message across about global contamination. And on Thursday evening at 6 p.m, they will give a free presentation in the hotel's public lounge. After taking samples in local waters for 4 days, the Race for Water will set off on its next leg. Brian Darby reporting for VSB News.
The Bermuda Hospitality Institute is building an army of tourism ambassadors as April is being rolled out as Hospitality Month. Executive Director of the BHI, Malika Musson, says this army's mission is to demonstrate passion and enthusiasm for the island to our visitors.
The focus of Hospitality Month is, as we said, for Bermudians to get out there and experience and fall in love with their island home. Bermudians are what makes a difference to all of our visitors. It is the one thing that visitors talk about is how Bermudians treated them while they were here and the knowledge that Bermudians have of Bermuda. We want people to go out and brush up and learn about all the new things that are happening in Bermuda, some of the old hideaway spots that they may have forgotten about, to go out there and just experience something different that they may not have experienced before, so that at any given time we're all ambassadors and get a question from a visitor, they're able to tell them about it.
Now, I understand you have over 300 ambassadors. Is there room for more?
There is room for more. We have over 300 in the pipeline to be certified in the next couple of weeks. Our goal, as you know, was 400. So we're still out there looking for those last few and we've been getting inquiries from employers. If people are interested in the Certified Tourism Ambassador Program, then they should contact their employer and they will give us a call so that we can get them signed up.
Now, will you have some of these ambassadors, say, at the cruise ports and at the airport?
Yes, we have people from all over Bermuda who are in the program. We have people from Customs and Immigration. We have the Sky Caps involved at the airport. We have people in the VICs, also people who are concierges, people who are working in the restaurants. We have quite a few, a nice cross-section of people.
So this is like an army of people telling the visitors how wonderful Bermuda is.
Yes, definitely an army that we're training up, and this is only the first wave. This is the first year. So our goal is to have thousands of them in Bermuda by 2025. We're looking for thousands of them.
Months after having failed to acquire Aspen Insurance Company for $3.2 billion, Bermuda-based Endurance's CEO, John Sharman, has been able to announce his company's successful bid of $1.83 billion for Montpelier Re, another Bermuda-based insurer. In this latest in a growing flood of acquisitions and mergers, Endurance has been able to obtain access to Lloyd's of London through its purchase of Montpelier, and it expects to save a total of $60 million in operating costs by merging the two firms and their staffs. Redundancies are a feature of such major transactions, but there has been no indication of what kind of staff cuts will occur here in Bermuda. And now we turn to Earl Baisden with the latest from the sports desk.
Following Bermuda's advancement in the 2018 Russia World Cup CONCACAF qualifiers, it would appear that the wheels are falling off at the Bermuda Football Association. It has not been a secret that BFA Youth Director Richard Todd tendered his resignation, but VSB Sports did not want to disrupt the World Cup preparations with a story that would have taken the focus off the game and the players as well as the coaching staff. VSB Sports is now in possession of a report which analyzes the Bermuda football situation. A little bit of history by Jack Cavazier. The report spells out several areas that needs improving and also needs discussion amongst the clubs. Cavazier states in the report, the objective of this is to inform everybody who is interested or involved in football about the evolution of the situation in Bermuda, especially regarding coach education and football development. The first analysis was made some 4 years ago where Cavazier said some Bermudian expert coaches with great experience and a lot of credibility agreed to give their opinion about the evolution of football on the island. To sum it up, their opinion was as follows. In senior football, the level was going down and not improving for years. Difficult to be competitive at the international level in the Caribbean. No good results in the last 15 years. The level of domestic competition has dropped. Poor attendance linked to the low level of games. The teams in our region we used to beat are now better than us. In their opinion of the youth level, individual good technique, game philosophy too much focused on winning, but without a strategy, lack of physical strength to compete. The strong points in the report, real football culture and passion for football, good role models with English clubs as a point of reference. The weak points is a lack of collective spirit or sense of effort, a lack of discipline and courage, lack of spirit of competition, lack of commitment and consistency in the game and trainings. Cavazier in his report said, of course, this appraisal is not very optimistic and some people could consider it a little bit severe. However, it's difficult to dispute the findings because the assessments are objective, impartial, and fairly obvious. The capabilities to recognize one's own mistakes or weaknesses is the first compulsory step to having a change to improve. Less than a week after Italians Luna Rossi have threatened to pull out of the 2017 America's Cup, comes news out of New Zealand. It'll be difficult for the government to justify financial backing of Team New Zealand if Auckland misses out on a qualifying regatta, the Prime Minister, John Key, has been quoted as saying. There's uncertainty about whether a regatta will be held in Auckland in early 2017 with America Cup competitors and organizers mulling rule changes which would dramatically reduce costs, primarily by racing in a smaller boat. If there's no racing in Auckland, that would make it very challenging to put money in, Key told Radio New Zealand. He goes on to say, it becomes difficult to justify putting money in if it's only raced in Bermuda. There's not a lot in it for us in Bermuda, end quote. Laurie Orchard and Neil de St. Croix competed in the 2015 exterior Costa Rica race, with Orchard taking honors in the female 40 to 45 age group division and de St. Croix finishing first in the male 50 to 54 age group. De St. Croix crossed the line in a time of 3 hours and 16 minutes, with Orchard finishing in 4 hours. The wins mean that both athletes have qualified for the 2015 Exterior World Championships in Hawaii, where Flora Duffy will be there to defend her World Championship title from 2014. The 32nd ranked University of Mount Olive Trojans won all 3 doubles matches en route to a 6-3 victory over Neil Towson and his Wingate University men's tennis teammates in NCAA Division II men's tennis action. Mount Olive won 8-2 and 8-4 at the number 2 and 3 doubles, while Wingate's number 1 doubles team of senior Towson and junior Sebastian Hall dropped a hard-fought 9-7 match. Playing in the number 1 singles position, Towson went down in straight sets to Matthew Finnerty, 6-4, 6-2. In Women's Futsal League action, it resumed inside the Work Academy Gymnasium with a total of 28 goals scored in a triple header. In the game of the evening, Dandy Stars gave the league leaders and undefeated PHC Lady Zebras all they can handle, and at the end of the first half, Dandy Stars led 1-0. The second half saw both teams go back and forth, with the PHC Lady Zebras scoring 3 goals to Dandy Stars 2 to finish at 3-3. The PHC Lady Zebras were led by the impressive Aaliyah Nolan, who scored a hat-trick. Leah Smith, temporarily home from school, was outstanding for the Dandy Stars, scoring 1 goal. Dandy Stars also got goals from Zara Gibbons and Dante Allen. The CP Chicas defeated Young Men's Social Club Lady Bluebirds 8-0, while the Somerset Lady Hurricanes defeated Hamilton Parish 3-1. Northern Iowa Athletic Community College men's indoor track and field freshman Trey Simons won the 5,000-meter run in a time of 15:39.10 at the Grandview Invitational. Meanwhile, Taylor Ashley Bean represented Virginia State University at the Richmond's Fred Hardy Invitational at the Robins Stadium in Virginia. Bean competed in the women's 1,500-meter run, where she finished 11th, clocking a time of 4:47.21. The Rackets Blazers tournament, which is a tennis tournament, took place at the Grotto Beach Resort tennis courts with some 35 participants. In the Red Bull Boys 5 to 7 age group, the winner was Matthias Drew. Antonio Warner won the Red Bull Boys 9 and under age group. The Red Bull Girls winner was Jay Gibbons, while the Orange Bowl winner was Kaylin Richardson. Jaden Marshall won the Orange Bowl consolation title. I'm Earl Basden reporting for VSB Sports.
Looking at the weather for Wednesday, April the 1st, there will be sunny periods, few afternoon showers, and occasional showers overnight. Winds will be southwesterly, moderate to strong, increasing strong in the afternoon, with gusts to gale force during showers, varying northwesterly, moderate to strong late at night. We're expecting a high of near 70 and a low near 64. This weather forecast is a courtesy of the Bermuda Weather Service. Thank you for watching Vsb News Online for Tuesday, March the 31st. I'm Charles Webb.